Okay, this is a live auction, and as you can see, let me break down each thing you're going to see on this page. You're first going to see what the item is called. This is an LG 55-inch 1080p. You're going to see pictures of that item. Now, when you go over here, you're gonna press the bid button if you want to bid, and every time when someone bids, you will see the thing just go up 1 cent. Now, as you can tell, unlike eBay, you see that timer? On eBay, when the timer runs out, you win. On this one, every time you bid, the timer goes up. So this little clock right here, you see that little clock next to the timer where it says 10? Every time when someone bids, it's going to go up 10 seconds. Normally, it's 20 seconds. In the very beginning, but as the amount goes up and up and up and up, that timer gets shortened all the way down to 10. It goes 20, 15, and 10. Now over here is the bidding history. What people, how many bidders are bidding in the last 5 minutes. It gets hectic. Like I see Max on here. Like 20 people be bidding in the last 5 minutes. It's going to give you the bid, it's going to give you the bidder, and it's going to give you the type of how they're bidding. And you'll see Bidomatic, and you also see single. Now, what's the difference between Bidomatic and single? Where you see where it says Bidomatic, Bidomatic is where it'll bid for you, and that bid from means at what point of the increment do you want it to bid from. So that $48.95, if you press activate, it'll start bidding for you at that increment. If you want to go higher and say, well, I want you to start bidding at 50, it'll start bidding at 50 if it wants. Now, you only can do a max of 25 bids for Bidomatic. So if you go right here, it is going to show you the value price, which I don't believe. Sometimes the value price will be off. Like, you should never, an important tip, you should never go off of the price a site tells you the value price is. This company is trying to distance themselves from you comparing their prices to Amazon and all this other stuff. I always compare my prices to what the market says. So you go to Google, hit that shopping tab, type in that product, and see what other people are selling that for. I don't go off of what site tells me, because let me give you an example. I bought this Vulcan pivot surge protector. Let me see where I put it at. I wrote it down somewhere. Let me see where I put it. Well, anyway, I bought this Vulcan surge protector. And it said it was valued at, oh, I can take, you know what? I'm going to take you to I'm going to take you to it. Now, you see where it says the value price, whatever, right here. The value price is $51.29 and the real bid is $360 and the final price is 19 cents. I saved $47.50, blah, blah, blah. First of all, I went up to Google, whatever, typed in this. I can find this at buy.com for like $20. So it's like, and the shipping was like $7. So, I mean, I saved like $13, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. Don't go off of what other sites tell you the value price is. You do your market research so you know what's really going on. Be in the know for real. So let's go back to an auction. Like I said, if you want to know more descriptions about the product itself, you can always scroll down, and also you will know the shipping and things like that. Keep in mind, always read the fine print, because some TVs, like right here, this is why this is important. Some TVs, I don't want to zoom in too close, but this item is not eligible for return. Please be sure to open and inspect this television thoroughly before signing off on a clean delivery. If signed for pre-inspection, customer assumes all responsibility for any damages, defects, or repair issues. This right here is what gets me, because I talked to a woman who works for FedEx, and she actually told me that they can't wait while you inspect a television to see if it's damaged. So you have to bid at your own risk here. And I'm gonna leave you with some tips. Tip number one, I bid on TVs, don't get me wrong, but I don't bid on TVs. I bid on TVs between when the increment is between $1 and $20. If it goes past $20, I don't bid no more, because I don't want to burn all my bids. And another thing, the watch list is not automatically in chronological order. Like, say if you want to watch certain bids, Quibids doesn't automatically put it in chronological order, like the ones that enter soonest, in the farthest, or later. They do it, but they don't do it immediately, so watch out for that. And also, there's not a stay signed in feature like on eBay. Like on eBay, you can click a box when you sign in that says stay signed in, but you can't do that on this site. If you do a stay signed in, you can't even do that on this site. So when you're bidding and you haven't bid it in a while, make sure you refresh your page. And when I mean by refreshing, I'm using Google Chrome. Just go over there to that. You see that arrow that's curved next to the home button, like right, where is that? Right here. Just refresh. It says reload the page. That's refreshing it. And when you refresh the page, it's going to just take you back to the page that you were on. But just refresh it once in a while, especially if you're watching a bid, because this site will kick you out if you leave it on too long, and you don't want to be in the middle of a bid, about to bid and lose a bid, or a window will pop up. I say put at least 4 hours aside, or a whole day aside when you're bidding. I don't use the Bidomatic feature. I just don't, because you have to guess at what point do you want it to start. But I've seen people who won who won auctions using Bidomatic. Now, this site does have annoying pop-ups. Like if you want to add something to your watch list, something will pop up to notify that you're putting something on watch list. So just be mindful of that. Keep track of how many bids that you're bidding. Like I said, at the bottom, it will show you how many bids you're using right here at the bottom, where it says like 0 bids, because I'm not bidding on it. But that will pop up. And also it will say, you will see bids, and you'll also see in parentheses like how many are voucher bids, like the ones you won through your badges. And also, don't try to bid immediately when you're watching a bid. Let that clock go down at least to 1 second. That's what I do, just to get a good sense of who else is watching. And don't try to bid against Bidomatics. Like you see Bidomatics and you see a single. Now a single is someone who is manually bidding. Don't try to bid against Bidomatics if you see that. Try to let that clock go down to see what other people are doing, or if any other Bidomatics are bidding. Let me see. Oh, this is important too. Now I don't know if you can see my touchpad. Yeah, you can. Now always know where your finger is on your touchpad. I don't use the touchpad itself because it's too sensitive. I use my left click button right here. Just know where your finger is at all times, because sometimes I lost the bid because I didn't click on it, because I was clicking on my actual laptop itself, the surface of my laptop. Thinking it was my left click button. Plug in your laptop also. That's another tip. Plug in your laptop when you're bidding, so you don't be of course your battery runs out. Also, I count down to myself if I gotta go on the next page or something else like that. I can if I gotta go, I count to myself, like I'd be like 10, 9, 8, just to see if I need to go to like another page or something, or do something, or leave my laptop. Try to keep your cursor off the bid button if you're using your touchpad, just in case your touchpad is very sensitive. Also, it may say that you have 1 bid left when you don't, so try to keep track of when you're on one after you did your second bid. That's another thing you should also keep in mind. And you can't scroll, like there's a watch list right here. Let me show you. Right there. You cannot if you click on, hold on, my bad. If you click on your watch list, right, and you click off of it, you cannot scroll up and down on using your arrow keys. You know how you can scroll up and down a web page using your arrow keys? You can't do that. You have to refresh the page like I showed you earlier in order to do that. Just in case you need to come out your watch list to bid or move the page up and down, you can't do that. Okay, I also told you to be mindful of the return policies. Now, how I bid, like I said before, bid responsibly. Please bid responsibly. I can't even get the word out. Responsibly. Please bid responsibly, because this site can be very fun, but you also can burn through a lot of cash. Like I said, for TVs now, I'm bidding between 1 cent and $20. If the auction goes past $20, I stop bidding, because I'm not going to burn my bids.